YouTube. We talking about hobosexual men and toxic women to avoid today. Let's go ahead and get into it. This was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, this was hilarious. This was at JoJo Inspire. She's funny. Please don't be offended, men.
Okay, I'm coming to you guys again with the art of hobosexuality. Hobosexual. For those of you guys who don't know what a hobosexual is, it's someone who uses relationships and sex as a bartering tool to get basic necessities or a house, place to stay, things like that. Or all types of things. And these are their practitioners. So it's levels to this, okay? It's not all unison. There's levels. There's higher up. So let's get into it. Okay, first you have the contract workers, right? So the reason why they actually made the list is sometimes they'll have a contract where they work for 6 months, 7 months, and they get off their contract and they need more work. But they don't immediately go into another job because either it's not available or they're practicing hobosexuality, or it not being available is a practice of hobosexuality. And they normally rely on their girlfriends or people in their family in order to sustain in between their contracts, because they like the freedom of having the contracts, but don't really want to have a 9 to 5. So their usual people are, we'll say, career woman, young woman, and middle age. The older ladies, by then, they're not dating somebody who's not going to be super manual unless it's like stable. Not saying she can't be a victim. I'm talking about the usual, okay? The next one is the legitimate transitioners. So these are guys that are maybe he's getting his PhD, maybe he's studying for the bar exam in law, but they're legitimately transitioning into a higher level. In between that time, they will practice hobosexuality. So the ladies they usually practice that with is usually the career woman or the young lady, because this is normally while he's in between getting to a space. Only thing is with these guys, sometimes they're looking for a way to get a leg up and then they bounce. And then during that time, like she might mommy him. He might get offended by the mammying. He might get offended by that type of work. So he'll, once he get his leg up, he's out. He's going to go do his thing. He's going to get somebody else. It's almost like he left the mom to get with the wife. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, sometimes they'll leave. Sometimes they won't. But you'll see that a lot. The unemployable boyfriend. This is actually the most common form of homosexuality. This guy, basically, he doesn't like to work. He hates to work. His usual excuse is his manager doesn't like him. Every time he get a job, his manager don't like him. Usually have a low job skill level. Also, you'll hear the common excuse of the job is beneath him. So you could get him like a regular job, but he can't do that. He's better than that. You know what I'm saying? So where it does work is struggle love. So struggle love is he's a hobosexual and his girlfriend is also in the same realm of like doing a lot of drugs, bumming. So they just kind of ride around on survival mode.
I ain't gonna lie, she's hilarious. Like whoever this person is, at JoJo Inspire, she's hilarious. Make sure y'all like and comment. We not done. She's still going in, but yeah, man, we gotta do better, man. And I know it's gonna be a version of this for females, but man, we gotta do better.
Problem comes in if she starts to upgrade or level up, or if he meets her already in a career and he may have had an odd job at that time, and then it makes it very clear that he's practicing homosexuality later in a relationship. So in that case, he'll, drop her off at work. But when he come back, this gas tank going to be on E. It could have been filled when she first originally went to work. It's going to be on E. He's driving around doing all types of stuff, okay? So that's him, but he will drop you off, normally addicted to drugs, things like that, or weed, or, whatever. So next we have the jailbird, Both of these guys is in level 2. Okay, the reason why he's in level 2 is because even though he's transitioning, but this could be a permanent transition. It can go too many different ways, okay? This is also one of those wild card ones. For one, how long was he in there? If he was in there 10 plus years, chances are he was blowing backs out or getting his back blown out. You don't know. Definitely could have been gay for the stay. So that's one reason. Second reason is I've heard them literally had conversations with them where they start to romanticize prison. So he becomes what you call institutionalized. So he starts to collect identity from his time in prison, right? So while he was in prison, Man, you don't even know. I used to have stuff on my books all the time. You know, everybody knew me in there. I was the man in there. He started talking about it like he was in Disneyland or something. So that's how you know with the jailbirds, you know, it can go any way. Usual is the young woman, and I would say the middle age. Career woman and old lady, you know, they be watching the news all the time. They already scared of the planet. You know, that's all they need is something like that. You know, so he's usually transitioning. Sometimes it's really hard for him to get a job, things like that. Next level, we getting into the professionals here, okay? These are higher ups, okay? The house hopper. Oh, he's a good one. He's crafty. So this one is very charismatic. He's normally clean cut, you know, good looking, normally doesn't look bad, normally has some type of artistic endeavor. So let's say he's just one step away from greatness. One step away from his big break. You know, all he needed was them to just look over that one script and he would have had it. You know, well, I was just talking to my boy, and all he needs is somebody believe in him. Okay? So his name victim is normally her, okay? Her not so much because she only doesn't have the income that he needs to really bum. But his favorite is going to be her. She's going to be the favorite, okay? Because she just needs to believe in that dream. Unfortunately for her, that day's not going to come because he's a professional bum, okay? So he just goes from woman to woman to woman. He gathers a lot of resources, different friends, family. He knows how to talk. He knows how to get what he wants. Normally dresses pretty nice. House hoppers up in the professional level. Last but not least are the top tier. This is the house husband. This actually comes with some honor and decency, okay? These guys are not usually the worst form of homosexuals, okay? And some people might even say it's respectable, okay? If he's a really good house husband, he'll keep the house clean. He'll keep the food on the table. Everything will be good. He even takes care of the kids. He gonna make sure everything's all right. He normally takes a lot of pride in his craft. Sometimes the wife will give him the check and he divvies it up, normally pretty happy. So this is top tier, okay? Some people don't want to practice it because they consider it a form of homosexuality. Some people don't. But if this is the highest level, okay? A lot of men aspire to reach this level, okay? And then next, you have the young gigolo. So his relationships with women is also transactional. He's just more of a professional than the house hopper, okay? So the house hopper uses more, is not as direct, but both of them operate in subtlety, okay? So he's able to elicit more out of women because he normally has a good body and you already know, I ain't got to get into etc. But what people don't know is it's a craftiness to this as well. He can't just come out and say, get me a car. No. Women don't want to feel used, right? So he's going to say, she's going to be like, wow, you didn't even come visit me the day before. Oh, man, my car. Every time I started, there's something wrong with it. I've been needing another car, man. That's why I wasn't able to visit you. Or, hey, you never called me. Oh, it's because my house. I'm always in there with all these roommates. They're always making all this noise. That's why I can't do it. I just need a place to stay. And his favorite is her. She loves it, you know. I'll get you a house, baby. I'll get you a car. I would, you know. She's going to help with that transaction with that. Also loves her. These two are not usual victims of the gigolo because they can still get a little bit more without having to do too much. But these are his favorite. And there you guys have it. That's the art of homosexuality.
Oh man, shout out to her at JoJo-Inspire. That was hilarious, man. I don't care what y'all say. I know a lot of females probably cracking up, and a lot of dudes probably ain't like it. It's lighting up, man. Now everything has a little bit of truth to it, and that's what makes it funny. I think the interesting thing about it is, it is a lot of men like this, and men we got to step it up and do better. But also, it's a lot of females like this too, And there's also a lot of females create these things. Now, the interesting part about it is, it's basically saying, if you're a dude, just don't get in no relationships like that. Have your own, don't get in no relationships because you see when you move to the house husband. It's like if you chipping in, on the help, nah, that's no bueno. So don't do that. That was funny, but let's go into the ladies now. Toxic women to avoid.
I be trying to tell brothers, man, like, stop engaging with women who are dehumanizing to you simply because they got good pussy. Oh. Like, you would allow somebody to pay you to dehumanize you and you would allow somebody to f you out of your humanity? That's crazy to me.
Oh, my God.
It's a whole different meaning to the word soul snatcher, boy.
Damn.
He funny, but no, it's real. You feel me? Like, don't let nobody use you. You feel me? And talk like belittle you. That goes for ladies and men, but it's so common for men. You know, like, but you gotta learn to respect yourself for real. You gotta take pride in yourself, and you gotta be able to be on your own.
And that's crazy. But you know what? Another thing is too that I realized for myself. A lot of men aren't comfortable being alone.
I thought this was a key thing. You got to be extremely comfortable being by yourself and taking care of yourself.
No. Because they got to be alone with their own thoughts.
They got to be alone with their own thoughts, and also they don't know how to take care of themselves. Nope. My whole life, I've been taught that I don't need to take care of myself.
That's super false. It's literally the opposite. Yo, now I'm so grateful to my dad, you know, and my mom too, but definitely my dad, because since I was little, you know, when I was like younger than I remember, but especially coming to preteen, 12, 13, that's when I got my first job, working since then, you know, and doing other things, getting my hustle on and all kinds of other things. But the main point was I had to take care of myself. You feel me? He made sure, you feel me, everybody knew you had to take care of yourself. Didn't matter if you was a man, you was a woman. You had to take care of yourself. You feel me? Like boys, girls, me, my sister, my brothers, everyone. You had to learn how to take care of yourself. Be independent. And I see that so many men lack that now. You know, like women know how to take care of themselves. And you got a lot who don't. A lot of people need to learn how to take care of themselves. But yeah, men, you got to.
A lot of men are, you know what's crazy?
We're conditioned to believe that there's going to be a woman to come in and quote unquote complete us. Like, I can't stand.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh my
brother, brother, I cannot stand the way that relationships are marketed in the United States because they are marketed so codependently. It annoys me. I be trying to.
Hey, man, seriously, everyone must be able to take care of themselves. I thought that was I know it was talking about toxic women, but it was talking about it's always gonna be back to the man. Men, it's on you too. Now she about to go in, but it's also discernment. You know, you got to be able to pick and choose a woman wisely.
Okay, this is for men.
Choose women wisely, men.
Here are some signs she's not wife material and you need to run away from her. If she's the type of woman that everything for her, about her, needs to be the most expensive, when you take her on dates, she makes you spend a lot of money. She smokes more weed than you. When you take her on dates, she takes other people with her and make you pay for it. If she likes Gucci brand, she drinks more than you. She doesn't cook for you. She doesn't help you to save money but spend. When she's not nurturing, she thinks she's a 10. She makes you do things for her and she still believes and say that she doesn't need a man. Honey, she is from the streets and will end up being a liability to you. Okay, this is for men. Here are some signs she's...
Man, hey, big real talk, man. Peep them liabilities, man. Go after assets. And women like this who know the difference between an asset is and a liability are definitely important. So make sure, you feel me, y'all really shout out to her, man. African girl, Mina. Also, man, make sure y'all come check this out. The wellness-minds.com. It's the Never Give Up course, man. It's a free course, man. But it's powerful. It's powerful and it's transformative. So come transform your life, man, and learn how to really get some resolve. And man, yeah, we got to do better. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.